pleasure of introducing our next speaker. We'll just wait till everybody's kind of settled in their seat here. Thank you. Okay. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker. He owns a 12-person accounting firm here in downtown Vancouver. The firm's internal mission statement is to have a magnificent impact on their clients through developing balanced and fully empowered entrepreneurs. And some of you, I heard somebody say, I need that person. Yeah. Great. And you'll love listening to him. He has a lot of interests, but one of his passions is soccer. Yeah. And as a result, he is a licensed at the provincial level soccer coach. So he's up there. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving this man an enthusiastic Baron Mastery welcome. Let's stand up and cheer Alan Lary.
A.K.A. Mighty Mouse. Claudette is my accountability partner. She's my friend, and she's also my client. Yeah! Well, I'm really excited to speak to you today about the topic that I have for you, and that is living your potential. How do you like that? Would you like that? Is because it's something I live each and every day of my life now. And I know it's so much fun to feel new, to feel excited, to feel vibrant. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good to feel good? Anyways, can you imagine looking in the mirror and that person talks back to you and tells you what your maximum possibility is? What do you think that person would say? Can you feel what it would be like to live in your true power each and every day? What would it feel like to be absolutely certain that you can have everything you want in your life? Yeah. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah. So you can call me Coach Al, you can call me Al, you can call me Betty. We got a lot of Paul Simon fans in the crowd. Fantastic. Well, as Coach Al, you guys are the players and I'm too far away, so I'm coming to join you. Is that all right? Yeah! You know, I've spent a lot of time looking at my true potential of late. And I have discovered something through living it. That I, like you, have unlimited potential. Unlimited potential. I am doing things today that not long ago you couldn't have convinced me as being possible. Can you imagine going back in your history and looking at moments, short moments, that made the biggest difference in your life? One moment In one moment, you were so scared, and then you did it. And you were so proud of yourself. Do you remember those moments?
Yeah.
Now, one moment you thought you didn't like something, the next moment you loved it. Yeah. You know, for me, I've done a lot of soul searching, and I found that the thing that brought me through those moments was great mentors, great guides. Guides that cared about me, guides that held a greater vision of me than I held of myself. And I'm so grateful for all these people. And I would like to take you back shortly to a great moment in my life. I was 9 years old. Would you like to hear about that? Yes! But before I do, I want to show you some of the things that I've moved forward in my life of late. Now, where's Sherry? Sherry? Well, I was more scared than her to put my hand up to answer a question in these classes when I first came. You couldn't get me to volunteer. A year ago, if you had told me, Alan, you could be standing in front of a crowd, believing in your message, and enjoying it standing in front of a crowd, I said, are you crazy, man? That's like, no, not for me, not for me. If you had told me 5 years ago, Alan, you have the ability to take your accounting practice, increase it 500% in 5 years, through revenue, through profits, and through staff. You have 2 staff today, you will have 11 in 5 years. I go, look, I'm a chartered accountant, I can tell you that's crazy talk. Well, that's exactly what's happened. And you know why? You know why the revenue has gone up so much? It's very simple. I have differentiated myself from every other accountant out there that I can tell. And that's being authentic. Clients love it. I have clients with hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. People who want to be billionaires. Listening to little old Al. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can you. We're all capable of this, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years ago, if you had told me, Alan, you are truly a loving, intimate, and connected man, I go, okay, now you're talking nonsense. You know, that intimacy stuff, that means I lose control of me, I get controlled, I become a nothing. Are you crazy? Well, today I'm exactly that, a loving, intimate, and connected man. And intimacy has actually made me more powerful than I could have imagined. You know, 5 years ago, I was a pretty good soccer coach. And I got pretty good results. And if you had told me, Alan, you will get results because you're going to teach kids what you're learning, claiming competitive edge. You're going to teach kids what you're learning, authentic life mastery. And things are going to happen beyond your understanding. And you're going to get results like out of this world. And I go, oh yeah, I've never seen it done. Well, that's exactly what happened. Can I tell you a little story about my 11-year-old team?
Yes. Yeah.
It's cool. Last year, I was asked to take over this team. They played at the highest levels, best players. However, the year before, they were next to last. And so we sat down, we started teaching the principles to them, the ones you're learning. And one of the principles I teach them is, ladies, and I call them ladies, they were equal. To be great, you're going to have to play for something bigger than you. Can you imagine telling an 11-year-old it's not all about you? And they looked at me, and the smallest player on the team, she was 50 pounds soaking wet. The players called her small feet, so you're getting it, this 11-year-old. He puts her hand up. And guess what she says? Just broke my heart. Coach, let's show them what the 11-year-old girls are capable of. Let's show the world what 11-year-old girls can do. Can you imagine that? These 11-year-olds are powerful. Guess what happened? Undefeated season. 170 goals for, 10 against. Ladies and gentlemen, this stuff works. I'm living my dream. I grow each and every day. It's never going to stop. And one final thing, just so I cover everything for you. 8 months ago, Alan, if you focus on your body, got healthy just doing these simple things, you're going to see amazing results. I go, okay, I'm not into that health stuff, but I'll do this a little bit. I did it. Doctor took all the tests. He came back, he looked at me, and he hugged me. And he looked at me. I've never seen, Alan, anything like this in my history. Your numbers is beyond description. I go, oh, I was good, but I wasn't that good. There was something else operating in my life. That stuff you've been learning about. So you see how that happens? So can I take you back now to my first moment of empowerment?
Yes.
Okay, so it's way back here at the time of the dinosaurs. I was born 1955 in Cape Town, South Africa. And speaking about dinosaurs, in South Africa at that time, apartheid ruled. And we have some South Africans in here, I know. And basically the races were separated and they lived alone, separate from each other. You know, there was the whites, there was blacks, there was Asians, and then there was me, a mixed-race boy. At Heinz 57, we can't figure out what you are. You got a catch-all group, okay? That's where you go. So I was a mixed-race boy. That's what I grew up in. And so 9 years later, when I was 1964, who was I? I was a mixed-race boy living on the outskirts of society. Desperate, depressed, sad, angry. Just wanting someone to believe in me so that I could actually exercise my power. And you know what? That's exactly what happened. Not too far away, in a white neighborhood, there was a Catholic church. Beautiful church. And in this Catholic church was a young priest. And this priest wanted to break apartheid by integrating his church. And I was so fortunate that I got invited. He befriended me. Then one day he came up to me. Now, well, he talked that way, really. Now, how would you like to play soccer with the lads? Now, the lads were young boys my age, were white, who belonged to the school attached to the church. Now, I never played soccer before. I never played with white boys before. The only thing athletic I had done up to them was climb trees. And I thought I was, well, I'm not Tarzan, a monkey, just a good monkey. Anyways, I agreed because I'm not sure what I'm agreeing to. So I'm dressed bare feet, had no shoes, shorts, and a t-shirt. So we start walking, and the only thing I'm focused on is the hot ground and the stones. So we go, ow, ow. That's the only thing that bothers me. Oh, oops. So we get to the field where the boys are playing, and he says, now, you stay on the sidelines while I talk to the lads. Yep, sure. So he goes over, he gathers them around like this. He starts talking, and then one young lad turns around and he goes, and I go, wait a minute, what's he thinking? He's probably thinking, you brown boy, we don't like the looks of you. We're gonna make you hurt. You're gonna wish you never came. And now I'm going, oh God, what did I do? So the priest comes over and he talks to me and he says, now, they are willing to let you play on one condition. And that is, you have to be the goalkeeper. Is that all right? I go, yes, I am scared. And then he says something that changes my life forever. Forever. He puts his hands on my shoulders and he goes, now, don't let them score. Well, for a 9-year-old Catholic boy, I just figured, Jesus wants me to be a goalkeeper. Oh, man. I go out there and oh my God, I stopped everything for half an hour. I was impassioned. Never did it before in my life. So 2 years later, we emigrate to Canada. Guess what? I go out and try for the most elite team as a goalkeeper. I spent 1/2 hour. That's it. My soccer career, correct? Spent 1/2 hour. That was it. I make the team. I go on to play at the highest levels in Canada, including the national team. So half an hour, a mentor and a guide saw something in me that I could do that I would have never done in my life. Changed my life forever. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Now, since then, I've had many other guides, many other mentors. Now, just for definition, a mentor is somebody that can live what they teach. If you're telling me stuff you can't live, I'm not buying it. That's what they're talking. And what I am saying to you today, I can live. So I followed their example. Well, I had high school teachers that were mentors. At a university prof, I was a mentor. He was a CA and a tax specialist. Guess what I became? CA and a tax specialist. I loved him so much. I loved the way he taught. The way he loved his work and his career. That's great mentors. I also had business mentors. But then everything changed to a greater depth when I met the last mentor. It's this last mentor that said, Alan, we're no longer going this way. We're going this way. See the power within. Stop the fears. Stop the identity. Stop the false bonds. Stop the suffering and see what's there. And I said, and I trusted him, yes, I'll do this. It was scary, but I did it, and I worked it. And it's the result of this that I am standing in front of you today, able to believe in my message and able to enjoy doing this today. It's because of this mentor that my business is up 500%, and I am prepared to double that in 2 to 3 years. Woo! It's this mentor that allowed me to truly see myself as a loving, intimate, and connected man that I was born to be. It is this mentor who helped guide me in developing my health and allowing me to see that I'm a great soccer coach. There's nothing I can't teach because empowerment of young kids is a passion and a beauty that I can't explain, that I enjoy so much. And things just fall into me. The universe supplies everything I need to serve and to grow. And so would you like to know who this mentor is? Yes, there's a hint. He's in this room. Oh, he's my second mentor. The island boy. Dov and I have worked one-on-one. I have taken core affluence program twice and some of the courses 3 times. I think I've taken this course about 8 times now. And each time I do it, I go deeper and deeper because I have unlimited potential. There is nothing that's going to stop me from growing the rest of my life. To feeling new, to feeling vibrant, to getting excited about life. Taking on new things. Yeah! Don't we all want that?
You go, brown sugar!
Brown sugar! You remember when I was that mixed race brown boy back there? And now I'm brown. It's beautiful, baby. You remember that boy that lived on the outskirts of society? Yeah. Well, I realized I was living on the outskirts of my own true power.
Yeah.
That changed.
Yeah.
Remember those white boys who were my enemies? Some of them are my best friends today, except they're men now. But the most important thing is I was able to understand that the biggest enemy was me. When I let that go, I learned to love myself. I learned to enjoy me, enjoy others. You know what? As you get better knowing yourself, you get better at knowing everybody else. So you can serve in ways that's unimaginable so that you can raise your revenues by 500% in 5 years. That's how it works. This is no joke. This is actually, I am actually living it. And so one of my favorite courses in the core affluence program is authentic life mastery. You know why? Because it's the juice, it's the empowerment side. It just worked me. So imagine this. Blue skies, mountains, forest, crystal blue lake, beautiful chalet, food to die for. Well, that's your environment when you go there. Totally isolated. Beautiful, beautiful can be. And then when you wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock, you get up for an hour workout. And you work with your teammates. And when you've done that, you then stretch and meditate and relax, all before breakfast. And then when you get into class, you get to deal with the 4 quadrants of being a full human being. Number 1 is the body. Yeah! And you know how important the body is to you now after what we learned today? Second is the mind, and you've heard a lot about the mind stuff, right? And the emotions, you've heard a lot about emotions and the heart. And the third is the spiritual. When you get connected to the universe, where your source of power truly flows through you. And you do a lot of fun things. It's all experiential. You learn about the human needs. You learn to produce a new dynamic question, one that runs your life in the future, as opposed to the old stuff that you're buying right now. And you get to speak to trees. Okay, picture this. 6'4" guy. 6'4", 250 pounds. Big, burly guy. Goes out to speak to a tree, comes back. I have never experienced something so beautiful. That's what happened. I was there. I saw it. It's a fun program. Ladies and gentlemen, please live on a path similar to mine, because the joy is immense. Everything I can be, everything I want in life is absolute to me now. I just know what I have to do. I have to get uncomfortable. And believe me, I'll be honest with you. 3 months into the speaker program, I got up in front of the class and said, Dov, I've come here to resign. I can't deal with this. I got up to quit. Quitting is not an option. And Dov told the most beautiful story. I sat down, I started laughing at my ego, let it go, and here I am today. Woo! So, ladies and gentlemen, please sign up for Authentic Life Mastery. Sign up for the Core Affluence programs. It is a gem. Dov is the master of masters, the mentor of mentors. You know, I believed in his message. I understood it for my own truth. I had to figure this out for myself. He kicked my ass so many times, I wear cushions at times when I sit down. But he does it in love. And I knew my ego was fighting me, and I wouldn't let my ego win. And that's what's happened. So sign up. Do yourself the greatest favor of your life. Please do that. I want you to know that Dov is exceptional. He really cares. He loves you. I love you, Dov. You have helped me claim my power. You care, and you've given me everything you've got. And with that, I will serve this world and give it my very best. Thank you all.